Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. I felt the need to jump on today because I just have a lot of people in my network here in Tech Savvy and other women's networks I belong to that are contemplating a career change. I don't know if it's COVID or people are overworked or people are starting to have more life epiphanies of how they want to spend their time, share their energy, and what they want to align to. But many of them are coming and saying, hey, I'm thinking about leaving my job or going in a different direction. And so I put together a top 5 things you should do if you're preparing for a career leap. Of course, there's many things you can add. I hope you do add more in the comments. But I think it is important to think about, what are you running towards? I think my first step is really about outlining your goals and really thinking about what are you running toward. Because for many of us, at many different times in our lives, we are running away from something, not really having a clear objective of where we're running to. In fact, I can tell you many stories in different careers or even different relationships where I'm like, get me the heck out of here now. And I don't give a lot of thought to what direction should I run? Who do I need to take with me? What do I need to do? So I put together a top 5 things you should think about. If you don't have the time, you can just text Tech Savvy Women. So text TSW to 66866 and you can get the full list right now. For those of you that have a little bit more time, I really think thinking about, what new skill sets you want to obtain, what type of roles or opportunities do you want to be engaged in, and what is the reason you're leaving, and making sure you don't repeat that again. So really outlining for number 1, what is your goal of leaving? Why are you leaving? What are you looking to run towards? The second one is you do have to create a plan. I always tell women it usually takes 9 to 12 months to get into a new position, to get onto a board, or even start a new initiative. So it's helpful to have some runway. Quitting and then making the plan, you can absolutely do that, but sometimes it doesn't always work in favor with what you need to get done in your life and in your house and with your family. So really putting a plan together and thinking about what are things I need to do now to make sure this happens later? What people do I need to connect with? Maybe what additional education or knowledge do I need to gain? Maybe how do I need to build out my network, which is number 3. What network do you need to assist you in making this leap? Not all the people you need are generally in the network you have right now, or maybe in some instances you sort of let your network go, or you haven't been that active in activities because you've been so heads down. So really thinking about who are some people that could pull some strings for me, or act as a mentor or a sponsor, or really help me cultivate my next step. So not only do you want to define your goals and build a plan, but you need to figure out, am I networking in the right circles to essentially open doors to help facilitate the path in which you want to jump on next. So as you think about this, it does take time. Feel like so many of us, like we just keep burying it, and then one day we're like, that's it, I am done. But it does help to get a little bit ahead of that so that you're not just jumping right away. And if you want the complete list, you can text TSW to 66866. They will ask you for your email address, and the entire list will be dropped into your inbox. So definitely take a look at the list as we're rounding out here. I think for many of us, we have to build a foundation, and that means we need to get some other things together in our lives. So sometimes it's about aligning your finances. Sometimes it's about aligning where your kids go or what you have to do at home with your elderlies or friends and family. But sometimes you have to put together a nest egg. Not all of us can just jump the minute we want to. And so really building that foundation so you have a solid leaping pad for where you want to go next. And I think as you're really thinking about, okay, I need to get out of here, I need to throw my energy elsewhere, what do I need to do for number 5 is to prepare a solid exit strategy so that you do not burn bridges. I know it's really hard sometimes when your energy gets to a point where you're just not even liking yourself anymore. In fact, my dear friend Sarah always says, I never want to stay in a job, JJ, when I start to dislike myself. And I told her that years ago, and we talk about it and still laugh about it. When you start to become somebody you're not, it is time to get out, but hopefully you're getting ahead of that and working to get the right path in place with the right people and making sure you've got everything kind of tidied up before you jump out. And then you give your current employer a solid exit strategy to help them transition to a new person. In some instances, you might hire that person, but making sure you don't burn any bridges, because the worst thing you can do is burn bridges that you might have to recross later. So hopefully this was helpful. Please add additional steps that you've used before you've jumped to your new career. And I look forward to staying in touch and sharing more strategies to empower women in the workplace.